What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. How's everyone doing today? Sorry, I'm not in my normal setup. I also can't find my hat, so yeah. What's up, Yaks Ballin'? What's up, Underground? So, I just got out of the. Oh my gosh, my hair's bad. Whatever. I just got out of the theater from seeing Blue Beetle with starring Sholomine and Dwayne. And if you guys are wondering why I'm doing a Blue Beetle uh, review on Cobra Kai channel. Sholomane Dueña, who plays Miguel Diaz in Cobra Kai, starred in uh, Blue Beetle as Blue Beetle. So, yeah, we're just gonna have a cool conversation. For anyone who's seen Blue Beetle, this will consist of spoilers. So, anyone who's seen who has not seen the movie, you can come back and watch this stream afterwards. Or if you guys are looking for if you guys don't know if you guys want to watch it or not, you can for sure watch the stream and figure out kind of what happens and then decide for yourself if you want to go. But how's everyone doing today? Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Go Bengals. Sorry. Uh but yeah, I just want to start off the review strong. What an incredible movie. This superhero movie is a top 10 origin superhero movie. Maybe top 10 superhero movie. I'm still deciding on it. I'm going to wait it out a few days just to see where it ranks. What's up? What's up? What's up? You're good, sweet, sweet, sweet. I'm gonna wait a few days to see where I still rank it because you always after you watch a movie you kind of have that feeling that you want to put it you want to put it higher than it is after you see the movie. So I want to make it wait a few days and see where I actually gonna rank it in the top superhero movies of all time. But this is a high. I already know it's gonna be a high tier up there. Um, I just want to point out one of the greatest details in it, Sholo Managdueña. Incredible acting, and not just from Sholo. Um, the actress who played Jenny, I thought was incredible. Um, the what's his name? The uncle. Forget his name. The uncle was incredible. The acting just in general was incredible. Um, One thing I liked about it was what I wasn't expecting. Well, I was expecting it once I watched it, but going into the movie, I wasn't expecting it. It to be heartfelt and sad. So you guys have seen it, right? No spoilers. Or I mean, I'm spoiling it, so there are spoilers. The dad dies, and um, like I'd say maybe past halfway point. Um, and I wasn't expecting to be that sad about it, but dude, it was freaking sad. I don't know why. It was sad, and I love heartfelt movies, so I actually that moved up the tiers for me, and loved how do you say it? I know it's Jamie, but also I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Blue Beetle. How Blue Beetle uh sees his dad when he's being tortured or whatever, tested on. George Lopez was funny as hell in this movie. He had me dying. Yeah, he was funny. George Lopez, incredible actor. Yeah, George Lopez was amazing. The grandma, the grandma in Blue Beetle was almost as good as Yaya. Not Yaya. Yaya is right here on the tier list. Like the grandma was right here. She was way closer than I thought. So, still think the Cobra Kai grandma Yaya is a better grandma than the Blue Beetle grandma. But I still think she was hilarious, especially how she could handle the gun so well and how she literally just slaughtered some of them. And the grandma was insane. She was actually insane. She was crazy. Yeah, the actress was funny for her. I don't know her name, but yeah, she was funny. Um, the sister in the movie, she actually she was frustrating at the first part. But I think that's kind of the point of her character. And then towards the end, I'd say the midway of quarter three, I would say is she's um starting to not be as annoying. And then I actually really liked her character at the end, the sister. What's up, big Tristan? What's up, Tristan? Um, and yeah, what there was yeah, the sister. I don't know. She was annoying, especially at the mansion part. So yeah, she was good. The uncle was funny throughout the entire movie, from start to finish. He was a phenomenal, amazing character. Um, I thought the movie was incredible. I loved the family aspect of it. And by the way, I'm just gonna go all through and through. I'm not gonna like do one section at a time. I'm just gonna do it all at once. I love the family aspect of it. I've never seen such an origin story so based on a family. But and I thought it was gonna be cringy going into it because I knew it would have a family base, but they made it very well done. You know, the family, you know, it just looked like they were just already so close. Like the actors, every single person in this movie, I feel like was a phenomenal actor and deserved to be in a DC movie. Especially Sholo, phenomenal. I would like to say so. The weirdest thing about the movie to me was that I wasn't thinking about Miguel the entire time watching Blue Beetle, and going into the movie, I actually I thought going into seeing Blue Beetle, I would think, what is Miguel doing? Why is Miguel doing this? But for some reason, my mind just wasn't. I mean, for the first, I'd say 20 minutes, I was always thinking Miguel when I would see Sholo on screen. But you know, I think he is just such a phenomenal actor that he separated Miguel from Blue Beetle so well uh, that I didn't end up thinking about Miguel too much. There was like halfway point into the movie, I was like, okay, when's Johnny gonna come in? And I was like, oh wait, oh yeah, forgot. Uh, Grant says, I hope they make a Blue Beetle 2. It looked like it's headed that way. Yeah, I mean they set up the end. What's called the post credit scene with Jenny's dad, the old Blue Beetle, being alive, and I did recognize the suit that um the old Blue Beetle was hung up was the comic book suit because I remember seeing it. I was looking up like the Blue Beetle comics like a few weeks ago just to like learn a little more about him. You know, if you guys talk multiverse of fandoms knows a hell of a lot about Blue Beetle and just comic books in general. So I don't read comic books. I don't know anything about. I didn't know anything about Blue Beetle before. You know, I hadn't even heard of him before. Before the movie was announced with Sholo. And I've gotten so much hate on like every single post was about like, oh, you're only watching this because of Sholo. I would still watch this movie. Obviously, I wouldn't post it on the Cobra Kai channel because there wouldn't be a Cobra Kai actor in it, so it'd make no sense. Well, obviously, yes, I wouldn't be talking about it on live on my channel. Obviously, that's an obvious. But I would. Um, but I'm of course gonna do it. I mean, the writer's strike is happening and the actors' strike, so there's definitely more to talk about. And Blue Beetle is a phenomenal thing to talk about. Even if the strike was happening, I'd still talk about it. This was just a phenomenal movie, and the trailers and promotions were so good for it, but they were not marketed like at all. Like when did you once see like a full like I maybe saw a full duration duration of the film of the trailer like once when I was watching TV, and then YouTube was a little bit more, but it was like a 6 second clip. So yeah, yeah, but yeah, Blue Beetle 2. I'll be so excited for that. That'll be awesome. I mean, I would consider this an incredible film, uh, even if Sholo wasn't in it. Here let me rephrase that. I would like if someone did as good of acting as Sholo did, and it wasn't Sholo, I would still like the movie. But now that Sholo's in it, the guy from Cobra Kai, it also just moves me up a tier for that. So yeah, I am watching it because of Sholo. I would have watched it probably on digital. Maybe I would have watched it in theaters, but of course wouldn't be watching. I wouldn't be talking about it on a Cobra Kai channel. You are absolutely 100% correct on that. The music, the soundtrack was incredible. The soundtrack was remarkable. I was not expecting it to be that good. Like even like the end credit song I really liked. I don't know if that was called. That was cool. And then the opening scene, the opening credit scene was cool. And yeah, I thought the soundtrack was incredible. I don't know who made it. I want to look that up because whoever it was, he or she, they did incredible. Um Back into the characters. I liked the love interest, Jenny. I liked her more than I thought I would going into it. She was yeah, she was interesting. She was not how I expected her to be. I love her character development. Like she started off as being rich a rich girl that you know is too cool for everyone to loving uh, Blue Beetle at the end of it. So one of the best. Oh yeah, for sure. I don't want to say anything now, but in my opinion, right now it's a top 10 superhero movie of all time. but I want to let it sit for a little bit. Definitely not top 5. I would say maybe top 10, maybe top 10. But I want it to sit for a few days because I occasionally overrate things right after I see them. So I want to. I'm watching Blue Beetle on Sunday this week. Awesome, awesome. You're gonna enjoy it. I promise you. But we are talking spoilers this stream, so if you don't want it to be spoiled, I would leave it. Even though I love having viewers on here, I never want to ruin anything for the viewers. So, spoiler warning. Uh, by the way, that's why I wanted to put it big on the title, so nobody's spoiled of Blue Beetle's masterpiece. What? Yeah, Jenny. Yeah, her character development was in it was the second best character development in that movie. I would have Blue Beetle himself. I want to know his name. Ram John. I know they call him Jamie at times, but like, uh, if anyone knows the name, can you please say it? Because I'm really forgetting. But the Blue Beetle, uh, his character development was, in my opinion, the best. It started off as like a regular kid. Then at the end of the film, he was known as he knew himself as a superhero, and he had to. It's not like he chose this. It's not like he, had any decision to be it. It's either he dies or he's a superhero, and I think now he wants to be a superhero, and he's blessed for his opportunity. So I think he had the best character development. Then I'd say Jenny. Um, the dad also had very good character development. He went from, when I knew the dad was gonna die was when he sat outside with Blue Beetle and was like, he was telling him about how he doesn't know what his purpose is yet. Right when he said that, I was like, okay, yeah, this dude's 100% dead, at least by the end of the film. Yeah, I did think one other person would die, but not like one of the family members, like I thought like a character would come in that was like kind of cool, that that would just like save him for a minute and then die. Oh, I guess that did happen when Blue Beetle was what's called, he was being tortured wherever he escaped, and the fat scientist dude let him CBK uh let him out, locked the door behind him, and he got like blood every. That was a cool scene. That was very. I'm gonna go since yeah. This is a spoiler review for everyone joining. Spoiler review. Thank you. Yeah, gave you a spoiler warning. But thank you, Mindfield, for coming in. Yes, yes, that was so cool. The flashback. So right when I thought he was gonna get a redemption was when she said at the start of the film, when she said, when the villain, the redhead Ginger, ugh, hate gingers. I'm so mean. When she said it was something about like all the pain you've been through. It was that moment that I knew, okay, this guy's probably gonna have a redemption, and he kind of did. Not, he didn't have a redemption like how I was expecting about CVK. Um, you look like one of the characters from Cobra Kai. Uh, who? Uh, who? Because CBK's not in it. I know we look alike. Not really, because he wouldn't fit in this room. So never mind. Sorry. Um, what's another? The mom. I thought she would have had more screen time if the grandma didn't steal her screen time. Like, I felt like the mom just like completely stole her screen. The grandma completely stole the mom's screen time, which I'm totally down for because the grandma was like the third best character in the film. I would say like my ranking would be, of course, Blue Beetle 1, the uncle 2, the grandma 3, um, then probably then Jenny 4, the bad guy 5, the sister 6. I don't know any of their names. It's kind of sad. 7, 7. Oh wait, no, the dad's probably in there somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, if I were to rate this from like 1 to 10, the film, I would say like, I want to say like, for right now it's an 8.5 for me, but that could change. It could get better, could get worse. I just want to let it sit for a minute. I know, dude. She should be in Cobra Kai. The grandmother absolutely showed no mercy. She should be in Cobra Kai. I don't know why Miguel's not recruiting her. Um, dude, she would literally show no mercy on Terry Silver. I'd love to see that. Um, what was the dad arc was sad, but seemed necessary for his origin. I feel like every superhero origin has some death that affects them, but then ends up making them who they are. Like Spider-Man, Uncle Ben died. Um, Captain America, he went into the future, so he lost like everyone he loved there. Besides Bucky. Um, it's another origin story that uh, Thor. He thought his brother died, didn't end up, but still, I did like well, I guess there was. I was gonna say I don't. I like that they didn't have any fake deaths, but they did have the Blue Beetle, the old Blue Beetle come back, which I'm totally down for. I'm very excited to see where this goes. I hope they. I wonder if it's gonna be like a direct Blue Beetle 2, or if it's gonna be a crossover with another thing. If I were to guess, it'd be just a Blue Beetle 2, and then I hope he does crossover with other DC characters. What DC universe is Blue Beetle set in? Is it like the dude? There's so many. It's like the CW, the DCEU, the DCU, um, the DCICU. Never mind. The DC. I don't know. There's so many. Let me. If you guys know which Cobra Kai contact characters do you hate the most? I'm not trying to talk about too much about Cobra Kai, but I will real quick. Um, I don't really hate any characters. The two out just that come to mind would be the one that comes to mind is Mitch. I'm really not a big fan of Mitch. But you're not supposed to like Mitch. You're supposed to hate Mitch, really. Um, so nothing against the actor. I think the actor's amazing. But yeah, Blue Beetle will be in the DCU. Okay, thank you. So, who is the DCU the new universe or who what if there is other characters? What characters are in the DCU? Like, is that Ben Affleck's? No, that's the DCEU. Um, yeah, I don't know. Is if it's new, just the DCU. I see you. Um, or if there's like any other characters inside you, or was Blue Beetle the first DCU character? Because if they do, they're starting off with a bang. And I might, if it is, I might start like following the DCU because the new universe. Because like Marvel, I'm done with. I'm so sick of Marvel. Marvel's annoying. DC has been a flop recently, but Blue Beetle definitely stop the flopping. Oh, sorry. Definitely uh, definitely put it in a different direction. I'd say. I hope the box office does well. I hope it does great for Blue Beetle. I hope it's a very successful film. So then we get the Blue Beetle too. So anyone that wants to go see Blue Beetle, please go check it out. Please go check it out. Go support Shalomani Duenya. So technically, this will be the first DCU movie, but it was gonna be in the DCEU. Okay. So so it was planned to be in the DC. Okay. Thank you, Tristan. You're being very informative. So you're saying it was planned for the DCEU, but then probably due to its flops, it's gonna be in the new one. Like as it was filmed, it's thought it was gonna be there. Still most likely gonna flop. I really hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't, because it's just such a phenomenal film. I think I did actually watch The Flash, um, because it came out in digital recently, so I did watch that. And it is 5 times better than The Flash. Um, my favorite part in The Flash is "Let's get nuts." You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. That's it. Phenomenal line. Phenomenal. In the Shazam Fury of the Gods, I heard is bad. I like the first one, but I heard the second one's bad. And then Black Adam. Oh my gosh, what a horrible film. So I think hopefully it'll do better than the others. Um, the thing about Blue Beetle is like Sholo and the main villain is like are like the only like crazy big character. Oh yeah, and Fernandez, or what's his name? I don't know. Underground mentioned him, but yeah. But Superman will be the official first DC. Okay. I saw the Superman Legacy got casted. It's kind of, they didn't recast Henry Cavill, but I don't really care that much. Man of Steel, maybe my favorite. No, my favorite DC movie is Dark Knight. Then Dark Knight Begins. Then probably Man of Steel. I think my top three, and then I don't know where Blue Beetle ranks. Probably four. Maybe honestly, it might be two. Now that I think about it, might be better than Batman Begins. But I didn't hate Black Adam, but the movie set up stuff that isn't gonna happen anymore. Yeah, it is kind of annoying. I mean, yeah, I think sorry, pop my finger. Um, I remember because like they were setting it up for like a Superman fight. Then they canceled that, try to get people to buy that. Then it's supposed to set up to Shazam, but I don't think that's gonna happen knowing that both movies flopped terribly, and then The Flash flopped terribly, lost 200 million, which is the most money lost from a film. But I think Hollywood's back on a good streak for movies. Not maybe not money wise for Blue Beetle, but I do think it's back on a good streak. Uh, might be my Man of Steel might be my favorite DC movie. Thinking about it, it's such a good movie, such a good movie. But I think it's back on a good streak. It had a bad stretch with terrible movies, and take money out of it. Maybe Blue Beetle might not make as much, um, but I mean, we had Indiana Jones, which isn't as bad as people say. I actually kind of liked it. Mission Impossible, which I actually have seen, phenomenal. Every Mission Impossible is good. Um, then what? Or something else. Something else. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I actually haven't seen it, but I heard it's phenomenal. So hopefully that does well. What's up? What's up, Narf? Alfit. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that right. Um, how are you? I'm doing all right. How are you? Jones did flop though, money wise. Yeah, I'm not talking about flop. I'm not talking about maybe the movies have flop, but like in my personal opinion, um, Indiana Jones wasn't a flop for me. Like not money wise. I'm just saying like movies that I like. So I've liked Indiana Jones. I liked um Mission Impossible, and I think I will like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The animation style is not really what I'm looking for. Um, I still think it'll be great, but sorry, I'm getting off topic. Uh, the villains in Blue Beetle were way better than I thought. I thought it'd just be a generic Blue Beetle, and it kind of was, but you really did hate the lady at the end. You had, you liked the, I mean, you were like you didn't totally hate the other guy that had like the terrible backstory, but you did really hate the lady because she was just a horrible, horrible person. So you did want her to die. I wanted her to die. I didn't want Blue Beetle to kill her, so I thought it was perfect that the other guy kind of took her in the fire. I don't know why he didn't just like throw her into the fire. I don't know why he had to blow himself up too. So I don't know about that, but because he could live. I don't know. He almost killed Blue Beetle in the process too. If it wasn't for Jenny saving her, he would have fallen into the fire. But I thought the suit, I of course got leaked like 2 years ago, but I still think it's just a phenomenal suit. It looks so cool. Um, the CGI for Blue Beetle, they didn't lack it like they did with the Flash. I feel like they spent like all the money on all the special effects on Blue Beetle instead of Flash because the Flash is absolute garbage coming to see going going into the CGI stakes, and then Blue Beetle CGI was, in my opinion, phenomenal. I thought there wasn't like a moment that was like that it took me out of the movie because of the bad CGI. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, the CGI was incredible. I thought Warner Brothers and DC made a phenomenal job on this film. I thought the marketing was horrendous on this film. I really wish they did more marketing so then they would make more money. They should have spent the Flash marketing on Blue Beetle marketing, and I think it would have been successful. What did you think of the Flash overall? What do you think of the Flash overall? Um, I thought it's a little too overhated. Actually, not really. But I love the cameos. The cameos were cool. Could have gotten better cameos like Grant Gustin. Would have been cool. Christian Bale. But Ben Affleck cameo was cool. can't really complain. But I might change my profile picture to Blue Beetle. That's awesome. That'll be cool. Yeah. The Beetle design, I wasn't expecting to actually look like the Beetle logo. And again, I don't know comics, so I wasn't expecting that. But the actual like Beetle that like whatever the Cynthia, that like went into him. Uh, sorry. Was very cool. I thought the effects were good. I loved. I don't know the effect where he was like looking at the mirror and like he had the scratch on his face or like the scar and like the Cynthia Blue Beetle thing like healed it. That was incredible CGI. I don't know how they exactly pulled that off, but yeah, I think the profile picture for the Blue Beetle would be cool for you on the ground. But whatever. Um, yeah. What else is there to talk about? I mean, the film, I thought it took a little while to get into the first fight, but I do think it was necessary because they're kind of like doing a lot with the dad and make his death a little sadder. Um, what was one part I like? I like the part where he's fighting like the guards. It was when he's saving the sister and like comes in. That fight scene was incredible. The stunt coordinator for that scene was incredible. Um, yeah, I thought the movie was very well done overall, just generally. I thought, I thought it was a good origin story. I hope they make a Blue Beetle 2. I hope that he's in the crossovers. I hope the movie does phenomenal. And yeah, uh, thank you all so much for watching the review. I'll probably clip this and make this a actual video. I have like the thumbnail and everything for it. But this was a phenomenal review. Thank you all